Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how you can build your resume that looks exactly like this beautiful template using the free version of ChatGPT, which is this. The input that will go into building this resume would mostly come from LinkedIn. LinkedIn, as we all know, is a professional networking platform, but we can also look at LinkedIn as a job search platform, right? LinkedIn has this section which is the profile page. And within this profile page, as an account owner, you would want to capture most of your profile details, starting with your name, your professional headline, then a summary about your profile, then your work experiences, your current job, and the previous sort of experiences that you have, followed by your education and projects. And then you may also have skills, LinkedIn recommendations, the research publications you have, etc., etc. So what I'm trying to say is majority of or almost all of your professional information or credentials are pretty much documented within LinkedIn. So if you want to build a resume that captures the essence of who you are as a professional, in my opinion, LinkedIn's profile page is a very good source. And not just LinkedIn, there are various other job search platforms. There is Indeed, there is Naukri, there are a whole bunch of others. Do let me know in the comment section which is your favorite one, which is the job search go-to platform of yours that you use on a regular basis, or which has helped you get the job you are sort of working in currently. Now, this is part number one of LinkedIn as a job search platform, the profile page of yours, which documents everything about you from a professional standpoint. Now, the second part of LinkedIn as a job search platform is the job search part of LinkedIn, right? Where you can post a job role that is of interest to you, the location where you sort of want to work, and there are a whole bunch of other filters that you may choose from. And then you get all of these sort of options which you can click on and explore, right? Some of these jobs allow you to just do easy apply, wherein LinkedIn shares your profile information directly with the recruiter, and for majority others, you are taken to an external link where you can apply for a job. So the way this job search page of LinkedIn helps us is to give us a detailed overview of the job role, right? Including the job description and the roles and responsibilities which you will have if you sort of get into that job, right? And a thumb rule for applying to any job as a candidate is that the resume that you share with the recruiter as part of your job application, it should be a tailored resume to the job application. What I mean by that is, let's say for data visualization, you know Excel, you know Tableau, you know Power BI. But if the job description says that you will be working on Power BI day in, day out, then it makes sense that you talk more about Power BI and less about Excel or Tableau, right? And that's what I mean when I say that your resume should be tailored to the job application. And this tailoring part of your resume as per the job description is something that we can do leveraging the power of ChatGPT, right? And this is where ChatGPT comes into this entire monologue that I've given you so far. Uh, just think about it. I sort of instruct ChatGPT to act as an expert resume writer. I give it the text from my LinkedIn profile or Indeed or Naukri, whatever you prefer. And apart from giving my professional account details, profile details, I also tell ChatGPT that, hey, this is the job description for the job role that I intend to apply. And now write me a resume tailored to this particular job application, following this template. LaTeX, as we know, is a document preparation or document creation language within which I can create a beautiful looking PDF, in our case, a resume, using the power of code that sits behind the scenes. And don't worry, even if you have little to no background of coding, Still, you should be able to get through this particular process of building your resume, as I'm gonna simplify it enough for you so that you don't have to get into the coding part at all. Now let me show you the prompt itself. Right, so this is the prompt which I have sort of kept in this Google document. A link to this document I'll be sort of putting in the description part of this video. And as and when I'm explaining this to you, right, maybe you can keep this document open on your screen so that we can go through it together. So as I said a while back, we are first of all within this prompt instructing ChatGPT to act as a expert resume writer, right? And then we say that for writing this resume, you basically need 4 documents as input. First one is a resume text that will be, pulling from our LinkedIn profile. Second would be the additional profile information. So this is where you may mention other things if there is any sort of professional credential of yours which is not documented on LinkedIn, and you want to capture that in your resume, right? So that's what you can put in this additional profile information. Maybe some internship that you did, or some additional project which you would have done that is not captured on LinkedIn. That is a part you may include here. Third is a job description, where you copy the job description mentioned on the LinkedIn job page and paste it over here, right? And the fourth one is the LaTeX template, which comes from here. Now, these 4 bullets are for defining the separators, right? So now what are separators? So there is something called as prompt engineering nowadays, right? So prompt is basically an instruction that we give to ChatGPT for eliciting a desired output, right? For getting a desired output. And prompt engineering is basically the art of writing prompts, right? Optimizing your prompt so that you get the desired result that you want often. So defining separators within your prompt is basically a trick that we use to let ChatGPT know that a particular piece of document or a particular piece of information that I want to share with you is sort of kept within this separator. For example, I'll show you this piece. So the resume text basically will be putting into this prompt in this way. There are the opening 3 backticks, right? And then we put in our resume text, and then there is a closing 3 backticks, right? Similarly, for additional profile information, we are using these brackets, right? And within this, we'll put the entire thing, and ChatGPT would know that. Similarly, the 4 hashtags, whatever is sort of mentioned within this is the job description and then the LaTeX template. So this is the way we sort of demarcate certain pieces of reference information within our prompt, right? This is part of prompt engineering that I'm sharing with you. Okay. Once I have done that, once I have defined the ground rules, after that, I ask ChatGPT to follow a step-by-step instruction, right? First of all, in the first step, I'm asking ChatGPT to generate my professional profile summary by reading out or by analyzing the resume text and additional profile information, right? Whatever I'm sharing. So in totality, this will account for my professional credentials in totality, right? Resume text plus additional information. And as first step, I'm asking ChatGPT to give me a summary of whatever you learned of my profile by going through these documents. Share that with me so that I know that ChatGPT is on the same page with me in terms of understanding of my profile, right? Step 2 is to list down the role requirement post reading the job description, right? Then this guy is supposed to list down the list of role requirement as for as per ChatGPT's understanding of the job description. And as subtask within this step 2, I'm also asking ChatGPT to share a resume writing strategy that it will follow to write my tailored resume to this particular job application, right? And the strategy should be such that the resume has a high likelihood of selection score, right? You must have seen some reels on Instagram or shorts on YouTube that show that you can, create a score for a particular resume of yours using ChatGPT, right? It can tell that for a data analyst role, this resume has a 7 out of 10 likelihood of selection score. If you want me to do a separate video on showcasing this functionality to you, do let me know in the comment section. and I can do a very short video sort of explaining you how you can do it. But anyway, as part of this step number 2, we are asking ChatGPT to formulate a strategy for resume writing that ensures that resume has a high likelihood of selection score. Okay. Now, moving on to step number 3, over here, we are asking ChatGPT to take a pause, right? To take a pause and ask me for my feedback, right? Whatever information ChatGPT gave us in step number 1 and 2, post that, hold on for a moment, and hear me out if I may have any feedback to give back to you. And if there is any feedback, then you have to start all over from step 1, right? Looks clean, right? And then let's say if I don't have any feedback, everything is good to go, then as part of step number 4, ChatGPT will start writing this resume in the shared LaTeX template. All right, I think this is more or less the steps that we'll be following. But apart from the separator trick that I talked about, right, wherein we let ChatGPT know of certain reference text within our prompt using separators, this is a second trick that we generally employ as part of prompt engineering. If you think about it, if I'm asking ChatGPT to let me know of my professional summary, let me know of your strategy on how you are going to tailor my resume, and then wait for my feedback, basically I am asking ChatGPT to go slow about things, right? Don't rush. I want to do a step by step overview of what you are doing, and then together we'll sort of get this complex job done. Now, if you think about this as a human, right? Let's say I tell you what is 45 times 39. You have to tell me within 10 seconds. Of course, you will get stressed out. But if I tell you that, hey, you have 2 minutes with you, you may do your calculation on a piece of paper, or you may pull out the calculator app from your mobile phone, and you can tell me the answer within 2 minutes. In that case, your stress level would almost be zero, right? You are indifferent of a complex task that you are given with, right? Because you know you have time. So, the same way, as part of this second prompt engineering trick, we are asking ChatGPT to go slow about this entire exercise, right? And you will see the beauty of making a large language model, which is obviously sitting behind ChatGPT, to take it slow, is gonna give us very, very good results, right? So the template that we have over here, right, and the final sort of resume that you will get to have from ChatGPT as an output, I'm sure you will be surprised with the result. Now, what all we have to do is to sort of copy this particular prompt and paste it on ChatGPT. And for all of these information, let me sort of highlight them in red so that we know that we have to replace them. I'll just put it in red. This is to be replaced basically. Put it in red. This also I'll put it in red, and this too. Yeah. Now let's copy this entire thing and I'll paste it to ChatGPT, which is over here. Okay. I'll paste it. Now be very, very careful when you are, sort of inserting this information. So first of all, we need to put the resume text over here, right? Don't miss out on any sort of reference text that you have to insert. So for that, I'll go to my, it's not my profile, by the way. I created this dummy profile for demonstration in this video. And the image that you see, I basically picked it up from Bing Image Creator, and sort of looks like real, right? For copying information from your LinkedIn profile page, what I will suggest you to do is to go to more and then go to build a resume. Right, I already have one, but let me create a new one. And what I'll do is I'll create from profile, and I'll call it, this is PayPal data analyst. Apply. Oops. Okay, I have to choose from the drop down, and then I say apply. Okay, so this is created. Now it has my professional summary, it has experiences, it has education, and it has skills. Okay, so I'll just copy this entire piece of document, and I'll paste it to ChatGPT, right? And whichever section is not having enough value, right, that you may remove, right? Skill is there, but license part again is empty, so remove that. And even for the remaining, you may sort of clear out these the junk data you may remove, so that ChatGPT doesn't confuse itself with irrelevant points, right? So as they say, ChatGPT or any large language model is as good as the prompt you give it to it, right? And there is another term which is gaining popularity these days, is to elicit information from ChatGPT. Right, so ChatGPT knows things, right? It is trained on a great deal of data. So what you got to do is to formulate a prompt good enough to elicit your desired information from the tool, right? So that's the key part. So, and that's why we are basically sort of making this entire structure so that the information is as clear as possible for the tool to act upon, right? So now this is our resume text. Now let's move to the next part, which is additional information that you may put. For that, for the demonstration in this video, what I've done is I created this additional information, which is my project summary. So basically there are three projects I'm highlighting here: the customer segmentation dashboard that I created using Tableau, movie database analysis using SQL, and Twitter sentiment analysis using Python, right? So this entire piece of information, now what I'll do is I'll just pick it and I'll put it within these brackets. Okay, so this part is sorted. Now let's move on to the next one, which is insert job description here. For job description, I have this sort of job open. I'll start from here. I'll start from this point, job description. Okay. And I can just pick this part, right, wherein it speaks from a technical standpoint. Benefits and all I'm not including because I won't be tailoring my resume for the benefits, right? Okay, let me feed this part. Okay, so this part is done. And towards the end, we have to insert the LaTeX template. So LaTeX template you may pick from this particular link. I'll sort of share this link in the description part of this video. Again, look out for it. And once you open it, you have to go to open as template, right? Click on open as template. If you don't have an account with Overleaf at this point, you might have to create an account. You can do it using your Google account that you already have, or you may sort of sign up using email. And if you face any issue in doing that, again, do let me know in the comment section. I'll sort of help you out. Once you reach to here, what you can do is, so this particular part is not relevant, so I'll just remove it. Right, whichever is the commented part, that part you may remove. Yeah. Before feeding this to ChatGPT, what we can try doing once is to try recompiling it, and it should give back the same result that we have on our template. It's sort of the same, right? So nothing is broken after we removed the reference part, so no worries. Now I'll go back to ChatGPT and I'll replace this particular text with my LaTeX template, and we are good to go. So just to quickly review, we are asking ChatGPT to follow these 4 steps. We have given these 4 pieces of documents, texts, right, separated with these correct sort of separators. And then we are asking the step-by-step instruction as to, first of all, in first step, give me the profile summary. Second step, give me the strategy for resume writing. Then wait for my feedback as part of step number 3. And then step 4 is where you start writing my resume in the provided LaTeX template. Now let's see what we get. Okay. Right, so this is step number 1. Basically, ChatGPT has analyzed your resume text and your additional information. Basically, that gives us this summary, a very short summary in step number 1. So this person is a dedicated and is dedicated and aspiring data analyst with a strong passion for uncovering insights from complex data sets. See, we never told that anywhere, but just by learning from the document, this particular sentence is formulated. How cool is that, right? and this person has proficiencies Python, machine learning, stats, etc. Right? So summary is created in short, right? As step number two, ChatGPT is giving us in bullets as to what are the overall role requirements for this particular job. Again, very cool, right? And then it is also mapping my skills to the job description, right? Again, a very cool thing, right? So, and it's good for me. It's a good to have information for me. But the important part is that ChatGPT now has allocated some bandwidth of its thinking brain in analyzing this entire thing, right? So the entire purpose of slowing down the model is to ensure that ChatGPT give itself that much time in thinking through as to how it will do it. And as step number three, it is now taking a pause and asking us whether we have any feedback to give. What I can do is I'll just say that no, we are good to go. We are good to go. Now we have the LaTeX template in front of us, right? And this entire piece of document is being written by a large language model which has no idea who we are, right? So that's the crazy part of these new age large language models. Now I'll just copy this particular text, right, and I'll go back to the template, basically overleaf, and over here I'll just remove this particular template. The template code is removed, and I'll paste the code which ChatGPT generated for us. I'll recompile, and as you may see, your resume is created within how much, in around 10-15 minutes, right? And mind you, this particular resume is tailored to the job you are aspiring to apply, you are going to apply, right? And let's say you have 4 or 5 target companies and you want to apply to all of those. With this particular framework that I laid in front of you, the process I explained you, with this process you may create a tailored resume for all of those 4 or 5 target companies or target roles within minutes, right? And obviously there is some housekeeping you may do over here. All you have to do is leave out this first portion. You will see a section called profile, and within your profile section, right, let's say you want to change your email to a different one, right? Over here maybe I may just say rahul.bhagat, right? So that's the email which Rahul has. Let's say the profile part is this. I'll just recompile the resume, and as you will see, right, the mail and the profile link have gotten updated. Similarly, this part looks fine, nothing that you may have to change here. But in projects, let's say a particular project you have hosted on GitHub. So for that, I'll scroll down to the projects, and for customer segmentation project, this is the link basically that you need to replace for having your particular link updated to this hyperlink. So those changes you may do, and if let's say you want to add or remove some part of this project description, you may do that. And within skills you may add few, remove few, right? And for, let's say you want to add something, right, all you have to do is to copy this particular part. Let's say apart from entrepreneurship, let's say you also want to add some soft skills. So I'll just say let me call it hobby, and within hobby maybe you may mention reading books, swimming, whatever comes to your mind, right? And I'll recompile, and now you will see an additional line added over here as hobby. So LaTeX document preparation language is very intuitive, and still, if you may have any question for a particular use case that you are trying to pursue and you are facing any issue, do let me know in the comment section again, and I'll sort of help you out with that. But ensure that you give me an elaborate description of the of the specific lines of code in which you want to make the change, right? This much information if you share, then I can sort of guide you through. All right, and once you are done, all you have to do is to click on this button to download this PDF, And once it's done, just open it up, and this is your new resume that you can upload along with the job application that you are aspiring to make or submit. And guys, if you like this awesome resume building trick that I just shared with you in this video, do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any other use cases or problem that you are facing from a career standpoint wherein you think AI tools can help you out, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to create videos on few of those or all of those suggested use cases. All right, that's all I had for this particular video. Good luck to you. Bye.